Hello and welcome back. The history of its nation is best summarized in its literature. India, under the British rule, had struggled a lot for independence. It took a lot of years, a sacrifice of a lot of freedom fighters, and some untold tragedies during that period. So, in this video, we will talk about some of the must read books on Indian independence and its struggle for becoming a democratic nation. So, let's begin. First book on our list is An Era of Darkness by Shashi Tharoor. There are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of unanswered questions regarding the Indo British history. An Era of Darkness reveals the horrors and tragedies committed by British invaders and how they managed to crush India from within. This book basically talks about how India, being the world's most material rich nation, having a GDP of 23%, was robbed and stripped of its resources during the British rule that flourished, as well as how the British East India Company took advantage of political instability among the Mughal rulers at that time and slowly, one by one, managed to conquer all the regions by implementing the policy of divide and rule. Here the author Shashi Tharoor hooks the readers with his informative writing and presentation skills, mainly focuses on three important points: positive side of British rule, which included the railways and modernizing the Indian army; second, GDP collapse; and third, the aftershocks of India. Did you know Martin Luther King Jr., impressed by Gandhi and his peaceful protest against British rule, marked the beginning of liberation era? Second book on our list is Freedom at Midnight by Larry Collins. Written in 1975, Freedom at Midnight is a true story of events surrounding Indian independence. It captures the last years of British rule, beginning with the appointment of Lord Mountbatten of Burma as the last viceroy of British India, and ending with assassination and funeral of Mahatma Gandhi. This book went on to become one of the most popular accounts in India's struggle for independence. Third book on our list is Train to Pakistan by Kushwant Singh. This book was published in 1956, which was a historical novel by Indian novelist Kushwant Singh. The story revolves around the 1947 partition that created two nations, India and Pakistan, and how the act of partition became one of the bloodiest events in the history of two countries. Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs that lived side by side had to abandon their homes due to religious conflicts. It was estimated that almost 10 million people were relocated during the conflict. Of those, more than a million were killed in the violence that erupted during the resettlement process. The trains were filled with dead refugees. They became to be known as ghost trains or funeral trains. Fourth book on our list, and one of my favorite, is The Discovery of India by Jawaharlal Nehru. Discovery of India, written by Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, had written the book over a period of 5 months while Nehru was imprisoned at the Ahmednagar fort in 1946. It provides a broad view of Indian history, philosophy, and culture. The book traces India's history right from the Indus Valley civilization to the establishment of British Empire. It includes topics such as golden times of Mughals, epics such as Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita, as well as how Buddhism in India merged with Hinduism, and much more, which in simple words is the entire history of India. Fifth book on our list is Jallianwala Bagh 1919, The Real Story by Kishwar Desai. This book basically shows the microscopic view about 13 April 1919, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, which had been one of the most tragical day for India. The 1600 bullets fired non-stop on unarmed civilians, and officially 397 Indians were shot dead or trampled, with over 100 and thousands of more injured. Sixth book on our list is The Last Mughal, The Fall of Dynasty by William Dalrymple. This book takes us back to the dying days of once powerful Mughal Empire and the life of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal king, his death in British prison in Burma in 1862, with all the peripheral reasons for destruction of Mughal Empire. Seventh book on our list is Without Fear, The Life and Trials by Kuldeep Nayar. This book basically talks about the bravery of revolutionist Bhagat Singh and how he was involved in two high-profile attacks on British authorities. One on local police chief and other on Central Legislative Assembly in Delhi. It details about the life of Bhagat Singh and how he contributed to Indian independence.